Have you been wondering what you can get in Centennial, Colorado in the 600 to 700,000 price point? Well, that's exactly what I'm going over today. I will be showing you different houses and street views of your options when it comes to moving to Centennial, Colorado in that price point. If that's something you like, go ahead and keep on watching. Welcome back to Colorado Living. I'm Nicole Baker. If you are still watching, you are obviously interested in moving to Centennial, Colorado, and we are going over exactly that in this video. But before we get started, I want to let you guys know I am a licensed realtor here in this beautiful state of Colorado, and I service this area. So if you are interested in relocating, please reach out to me. My number is popping up on the screen, as well as my email. I love hearing from you guys. You can text, call, or email, whatever's easiest. But let's go ahead and get started in today's video. Okay guys, getting right into it. The first area we are going to be in is in the Smoky Hill district. If you are familiar with Centennial, that is a major area and it takes up a lot of Centennial in general. So that is going to be the first area we're going into, and we are going to start at the $625 price point. This way you can truly see from, I'm trying to, when I do these videos, trying to map it out as low and close to 600 as possible and getting up to that 700 kind of in order, so you can really see the differences in the neighborhoods and the housing in general. So again, 625 is going to be our first house. We're going to flip the camera over in just a second and get started there, but a little bit more details because we are going to drive past a home so you guys can see again what you can get for 625, and then a little bit more details on that property, specifically 3-bed, 3-bath, a little bit under 2,000 square feet, and you are on about a 10,000 square foot lot, which is pretty large. And you will be able to tell in this neighborhood the housing is a little bit older, so that's where you get those massive lots that you are not going to find with typical like new homes nowadays. And then again, in that 625 price point, another thing that's really nice about Centennial is majority of Centennial is going to be in a Cherry Creek school district. I know that this house specifically is going to be, the high school is going to be Smoky Hill, if you're familiar with that again, but that is in a Cherry Creek school district, and all the houses that we are going to be seeing today are all in Cherry Creek school districts. If you care about that, I know not everybody cares about it, nor do they have kids, but if it's really important to you, I do have links down below talking more about Cherry Creek school districts if that's important to you, and the other school districts in the area if again that is important to you. But let's go ahead and flip the camera and I will start by showing you guys the neighborhood and kind of what the housing looks like in here. All right guys, getting started, we're just gonna kind of drive through this neighborhood. First thing right off the bat that you'll be able to notice is the, again, super mature and like that overgrown tree look that you do not get in a lot of newer neighborhoods here. Another thing that I really enjoy about this neighborhood is the homes. I enjoy a cookie cutter home, don't get me wrong, or like a tract style home, but this is not that neighborhood. These houses are all a little bit different and very unique. You will not find this in a newer build community, and a lot of these homes have actually been renovated. So we will go ahead and kind of just drive around so you guys can really see what you would be getting. Again, with the fencing, you have a couple different types of fencing here. Majority of it is going to be like you see in front of me. There's no see-through of any sorts, it's just the straight planks. A couple different other neighborhoods will have, again, the see-through. This neighborhood does not have an HOA, I don't believe, and or if they do, it's going to be a little bit looser. So if a loose HOA is important to you, or you don't like dealing with HOAs, because I know sometimes they could be really annoying, this community might be a good one for you. But I mean, come on with these pine trees, like, I love it. I love it so much. And also another thing is you can see, again, different style of homes, like all different types over here on the left hand side. But let's go ahead and wrap over to that home for sale so you guys can really see. Oh, actually, before we wrap around, I gotta show you one more thing. See, that house has open fencing right there. So you can kind of tell the difference in the communities just based off of that. You guys will see some neighborhoods will have that super uniformed look, unlike this community, which is something that I really like. But again, we'll go ahead and run some clips here so you guys can see more about what the neighborhood looks like, and we will drive by that house for sale as well. All right guys, so I just arrived at the first house at that 600 price point, right about there, and that is just the list price. Again, remember, we can always get a little bit less. Sometimes they're going for a little bit more. It really just depends. The inside, I'm gonna pop up some pictures, is absolutely gorgeous on this property, so I would not be surprised if it went for a little bit more, but I will go ahead and show you guys, flip around here and kind of show you a little bit of what that front looks like. And again, I'm gonna put some interior pictures so you guys can see that as well. But this house is gorgeous. 10,000 square foot lot. It opens to the Greenbelt area, and it has that open fencing that not every house has in this neighborhood. So again, 600 around about price point, and it is right around 2,000 square feet as well. So if you are interested in that price point, you can definitely find something as gorgeous as this house within your budget. All right guys, we just got to the second location. It is about 7 minutes west from the last neighborhood that we were in. Again, still a Cherry Creek School District. You're actually a little bit closer to Smoky Hill High School. This is probably, I mean, walking distance for sure, probably a 10-minute walk max. So that's something that's really nice. If you have a busy schedule like I do, I would not have time to necessarily be dropping my kids off, especially with the times that they start, and don't even get me started. Anyways, first house that we're gonna go look at is going to be priced at $659,900. And again, guys, this is just the list price. So that doesn't necessarily mean that the house is gonna sell for that. It could sell for more, but most likely in this case, for example, the house has been sitting for a little bit of time. It will probably sell for a little bit less, and that is something that's nice. Now in this market, we actually can negotiate for our clients, unlike before where you had to pay $60,000, $100,000 over just to get a basic home. Now you can actually shop, and it is seriously a blessing in disguise. These interest rates, I know it sucks for your payment, but trust me, you much rather pay a little bit more a month than coming out of pocket $100K. It's just, it was ridiculous. So anyways, $659,900. It was built in 1994, and the square footage is 3,242 square feet. So that's finished, and you guys can kind of get a vibe whenever we drive by the house. But there's actually another home that, as you know, I'm scoping out this neighborhood, I saw that might be something that you guys want to check out as well. This next one is in like literally maybe 5-6 houses down, and it is priced at $675,000, 3,596 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, and built in 1993. So pretty similar, a little bit more expensive. Again, this is an iBuyer property. So what that means is, I'm sure you guys have heard of iBuyers before. They purchase your home kind of like cash, and then they just move on essentially, but they always list their houses once you've moved out, and they go to list it again. They always list it for 10 times more than what you sold it to them for, because they think they can get more, and we all know what happened with that. Now they are selling them for a lot less than what they bought them for. So that is one of the houses, and I have a feeling since that one is going to be sitting for quite a while, it will probably continue to drop down closer to that probably like 650, but you never know. Don't take my word for it, but that's my guess. But we'll go ahead and flip this camera around so you guys can see the neighborhood, and then we'll stop by the 2 houses. All right, guys, let's get started. Something I really like about these houses and Colorado homes in general is the outside is actually quite more unique than an Arizona home. You have a lot more like cool aspects, like the brick. I love that look. Unlike a lot of homes in Arizona, it's just stucco, and I'm sure a lot of other states have similar feels. So that's what's really nice about these videos, where I show you guys exactly what the street looks like. You can also see what these homes look like. They are not the same as every single state, and you can really get a vibe. But yeah, again, these are, a lot of them have that brick and the, what are those called? Like the slats, I guess, on the outside of the house, and you can see it's just a lot more character. And we are actually gonna pull up on the house. This is the house right here, guys. So you can see, I'm gonna also pop some pictures up on the screen so you guys can see the interior as well. But it is a 2-car garage. It has that brick exterior, kind of like a gray finish, but it has a massive tree in the front. Yeah, it has a lot more character than I would say a lot of the homes. The last home that we saw, it was a little bit older and in a non-HOA, so typically they aren't like, you know, you could tell that these houses, these two houses next to each other, they are very similar, but you can tell in the last community that they pretty much no house looked the same. So depending on your style and what you like in a neighborhood, the other community might be better for you because you like a little bit more character, or you like this look where it looks a little bit more cleaned and I guess uniformed, which, I mean, like I say, I like both. It really depends. I would have to just drive in the neighborhood and really feel out the vibe for that community. But I will pop up some pictures of the interior on this as well, so you guys can see, again, the insides too. I know it's not just about the outside of the community, it's about what you can get inside. And I already talked about the square footage and all of that, but let's go ahead and I'm gonna flip this car around and we will go to that other house, and it is the one that is priced just a little bit more, but pop up on the screen the interior of that one as well. And you can see, I have a feeling, like I said, it's probably gonna go for that $650 price point, if not a little bit less, but it just depends. You know, we don't decide the pricing, the buyers and the market decide the pricing. So we'll flip it over. I mean, it is pretty much spot on. Can you guys see that okay? Pretty much spot on to the house that we were looking at just a second ago, but this actually has a 3rd-car garage, unlike the other one, but same concept in the front. It has like a larger tree, but we'll go ahead and drive through this area just a little bit more so you guys can see the community and what to expect, and then we will head to the next property. Okay guys, last but not least, the final community. We are in Copperleaf. It is about 7 to 10 minutes away from the last location that we were in just a few seconds ago. And what's nice about Copperleaf is, again, you are in a Cherry Creek school district and you have tons of different price points in here. I know today we are talking about anywhere between the 600 to 700 price point, but keep in mind, even if you are a little bit lower or a little bit higher or even much higher, I mean, there are properties in here that are $1 million. Luckily, there are many options in this community. So this house specifically, we will go over the details on that one. It is going to be $679, and then it is 5 bedrooms, 3 baths, and a little under 2,000 square feet, built in 1998. So you'll be able to see as we drive through, this specific pocket of Copperleaf is a little bit older, but again, there are brand new homes that are in the similar price points, maybe a little bit higher, probably like mid 7s, but you have multiple options to look through, and we will go over exactly that. One more thing I want to mention, again, like I said, you guys are in a Cherry Creek school district for this, but instead of Smoky Hill High School, it is going to be Eagle Crest, and they have a beautiful high school. I also live in this community, not this specific one that we're driving through today, but I live in Copperleaf, and the high school is very beautiful looking. I don't know if it's a good high school. Guys, please don't take my opinion on what a good high school is. Cherry Creek school district is just a popular school district, and if you go on niche.com and a lot of those other ones, it is ranked very highly. But I don't have kids, I do not know. I only know what that tells me, and what my clients are looking for is typically something Cherry Creek School District. They hear from other people that that is a very popular and highly rated school district. So do your own research. Again, don't take it from me, but the facility itself is very pretty. It's a gorgeous high school. So I'm gonna flip this camera and we're gonna go ahead and kind of drive through this neighborhood before we get to the house. Something again I want to mention, throughout this entire community there are walking paths, which is super cool because it's not just like, you know, on the sidewalk. It's like little green belts and whatnot. You could pretty much walk this entire neighborhood throughout a green belt, and it's really nice for dog walking. There's also a dog park nearby, and some of the things that you can take advantage of in Centennial in general, not just this community, is your proximity to Denver. So you're probably in all of these neighborhoods that I've shown you today, you're about 30 minutes from downtown. This neighborhood specifically, Copperleaf, you're pretty close to E470, and you can hop on there and be at the airport within 25 minutes. So I would say the other neighborhoods probably, because they are a little bit more west, I would say probably 35 minutes, right? Not much of a difference at all, but something to note, you are definitely close to the airport if you travel a lot, and that's important to you. Another thing is you have South East Aurora is not too far from here, where you have Southlands Mall, where it has, you know, Victoria's Secret, Sephora, a bunch of different food places. You're also more centrally located in Centennial, which is something that I like because I feel like there's more, like, one, I can get around easier, and then also there's more food options and things like that versus like Southeast Aurora. You're pretty much locked into like Southlands Mall area unless you want to drive a little bit further out. But parts of Centennial are amazing, especially when you get a little bit more west. If you're like to eat out a lot, there are tons of restaurants right down there. So something to keep in mind when you're thinking about Centennial as an option. Okay guys, let's get right into it. So I just flipped the camera around and I am parked in a cul-de-sac where you can see right in front of me, I don't know if you can tell, but there is a little walking path right down there, and I'm telling you, it goes throughout the entire community no matter where you are. This is a master planned community, and that's again what's really nice about it, is you have tons and tons of different price points. Yeah, so you'll have options no matter what. You'll see in this community right off the bat, let me turn, the sun is really coming out right now. So you guys might be blinded for a second, but in this community you can tell pretty much right away is the trees are not going to be as mature and overgrown as you saw in the last two communities. Look at that, someone walking their dog right in front of me. It's like proof is in the pudding, right? But you'll see some of the trees are going to be a little bit bigger, but it's not the same as some of those other neighborhoods that we were in just a few minutes ago, but it has a similar vibe. These houses look a little bit smaller to me. You're not seeing as many 3-car garages as I have seen in the last couple communities. If a 3-car garage is important to you, you will definitely be able to find that in Colorado. That is something, again, I noticed right off the bat from moving here, is that you have tons and tons of 3-car garages. And I think it's because obviously it's snowing here. We want to park our cars in the garage, and pretty much everyone needs at least one space for storage. So just depending, again, you know, it depends on the person, but something I noticed is you have a little bit more 3-car garage options. So here we have a couple big, nice, fluffy trees, and these will all be probably like super red in just a couple weeks because it is turning into fall, which I love. That's why I love the big, massive, mature trees, is because, you know, they turn red and they're just super pretty. Another community that one of my family members lives in has a, like, it's in Centennial, kind of like Centennial Aurora border, closer to that Smoky Hill High School, closer to those first two neighborhoods that we were looking at. But it has pretty much, it's like a small, tiny little community, and it has like every single tree in there turns red during the fall, and it has it's just gorgeous. Like, I've never seen a little neighborhood like it. So I swear, if a house pops up in there in my price point and that I like, I would snag it immediately. Just depends on the property. But we just arrived to the house for sale, and I'm going to flip the camera over and give you guys a little bit more details on that house right now, and we will check it out. All right, guys, last but not least, here is the final property, and you guys can kind of see a little bit of a difference in the different types of homes that we have seen today, and hopefully it gives you a good idea. This one is on the high end, but it is in a completely different neighborhood and a completely different feel with a master plan community, also a newer home. So if this is something that you like and you want to reach out to me, my number is popping up on the screen. Please feel free to reach out. I help people like you relocate to Colorado. And also, I do post videos every Monday and Wednesday, so go ahead and subscribe. And if you found value in this video, shoot me a like. But until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Bye.